Today I'm talking about this book here, John Seymour's The New Complete Book of Self-Sufficiency. This book did a huge amount for me and my family and I. Back when I was just starting out with learning about prepping, about survival, I realized that self-sufficiency was a huge part of that. But I had limited knowledge on how to do gardening just from when I was a child. So I was doing a lot of reading on the internet, trying to find out about self-sufficiency, about survivalism, and I was basically just running into a lot of crazy talk on the internet back in those days, back in around 2004. So I started going to local bookshops looking for books on gardening because I realized that being able to produce my own food would give us a level of self-sufficiency, and in any situation that might occur we'd be a lot better off. So in my search through the bookshops, I came across this book, and it just blew me away with the amount of information that I had in it. It's got amazing pictures in it, really well done pictures. It's a little, to be honest, it's a little sparse on information. It doesn't go into great detail into everything because, it's only, 200 pages, I'm guessing? Nearly 300 pages? Just over 300. So it can't cover everything, but it gives you a really good basis of knowledge, and with this book you could do a lot of good things. It's something that really I found amazing and really inspiring was how John Seymour broke the amount of land that you might have down. So he talked about, if you have an allotment, this is what you could do with an allotment. With a 1 acre piece of land, you could talk about how you could have growing annuals down here, and trees and perennials around the house, and some areas for animals. This is the 5 acre. So he talks about, okay, you have your house here, you could grow all these things around your house. It was just amazing to actually see it represented in such a way that it helped me to work out what I wanted to do. Another thing that was really amazing was this. He broke down each season to show you what you could be doing in the garden. For example, in winter, that you'd be preparing for the next season that's coming, with a little bit of vegetables growing while you're there. In the spring, this is what you would expect to be doing. It talks about what you could be doing in each plot. The idea wasn't that you would definitely do this, but it's inspiring to see what you could expect to be doing each season. How like a winter wasn't basically sitting around doing nothing, you were actually getting ready. He also goes into detail about animals. Just a little bit of detail. So his pages on pigs, only like 6 pages. He talks about what pig housing would look like, how to butcher a pig, how to how to slaughter it, butcher it, things like that. Things you need to know. Sheep, talks about how to shear a sheep. Or maybe that's actually lambing. Yes, that's lambing. Yeah, and there's shearing. Talks about how to butcher and slaughter and butcher a lamb. Chickens, it's just amazing. Also, later on he goes into details such as making wine, making beer. But also, I found that this really fascinating. He talks about such things as a composting toilet. Now, it's only 2 pages. But with this amazingly in-depth diagram, if this was the only information you had on how to make a dry toilet, you could do that. Also, he talks about making methane from animal and human waste. So he talks about how a human would create 600 BTUs of fuel, but something like a pig would create 5,400 BTUs of energy. Or gas, I don't know. Anyway, so this is not a lot of information, but it's enough to start you out. Yeah, this, if you're starting out with self-sufficiency, this book would be probably, in my opinion, the best place to start. It would give you a great foundation. It's really inspiring as well. I'm sure you'd be inspired just by reading this. And through this book, find you'd build yourself a basis or a foundation of information, and then you could go further and actually start researching. So if you really found that the area on seafood interesting, then you could actually take this information and then go and find some more and learn more about it. So I'd say do yourself a favor, get this book, and you would not regret it. Thank you for watching my video. If you'd like to know more, please go to littletazzyprepper.com.